Hey PELWELL family, and welcome to our slow and steady Vinyasa flow. You might want a blanket today just for a little extra support under the knees. And whenever you're ready, grab your mat and let's flow. Coming to the top of the mat, go ahead and work your way all the way on to your sits bones in a way that feels comfortable for you. Bring the feet flat onto the ground. We're going to hug the knees into the chest and let your head melt towards the legs. From here, try to walk the feet closer to the body. So you're just trying to make the smallest little ball shape you can with your body. And if it feels uncomfortable to hug, you can always take your hands to the shins and then start to pull yourself in, so whatever feels more comfortable for you. From here, find some balance and stability through the sits bones and float the feet from the floor. Maybe you can even relax the forehead towards the knees. Taking a nice deep inhale and exhale. Keep the rounded shape through your spine. Keep your core engaged. Slowly start to relax your shoulders. Adjust the weight back and forth a little bit until you feel a sweet spot where you can really find your balance. Maybe move side to side. Really finding that spot where you can hold. Go ahead and flex the feet and then point. One more. Coming back to center, take the hands to the knees. Taking a nice deep inhale. And on the exhale, if you can, release the hands. If that feels uncomfortable, take the hands behind the knees. Extend the right leg, find length. Slowly release back down. On the next exhale, extend your left leg and bring it back. And again, you can do this without the hands. Stay balanced on those sits bones. Keep your core very strong. Exhale as you extend a leg. On this next one, try to extend both legs, and again, grab behind if you like the support. Inhale, bend the legs back in. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it in. Cross the ankles, roll through to tabletop. On the inhale, come into cow, pull the chin and that tailbone away from the body. And on the exhale, round the spine, pull the abdominals in. Inhale again, find that length, press the belly button down, touch the floor. Exhale, round the spine. So allow your breath to move you between these two. Cat, cow. Feel the rounding of the spine as you come into cat. Pull the abdominals up and in. Inhale again, find that length. On the next breath, come back into a neutral spine. From here, you're going to bring the heels towards the hips, slowly lower your chest to the floor. As you drive yourself back up, plant the shins and come back into cat, rounding the spine, pulling the abdominals up and in. On the inhale, take the gaze forward, bring the heels towards the tush again and slowly lower down. Press yourself up and away from the floor. Plant the shins, round the spine again. Come back into a neutral spine. Inhale, come back into cow. On the exhale, as you round, come up onto the shins, pull the abdominals in, find that big rounding through the spine. And we're gonna flow that together, so slowly lower the hands to the floor, bring the heels towards the hips, slowly lower the chest. On the exhale, as you press up, plant the shins, reach the arms out long, pull the abdominals in, round your spine. So keep the weight even in the legs as you move through these two. Now that blanket is there for you if you need a little extra padding under those knees. One more flow here. Come back to neutral. We're going to cross the legs behind us, sit onto the sits bones, and come back into your small little ball. We're going to take the hands behind the knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull it back in. Rounding the spine, pulling in the abdominals. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull it back in. Inhale again. On the exhale, cross the ankles. See if this time you can use the legs only without the hands to come all the way through and then come back to tabletop. And let's flow through our moving cat-cow again. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, ground, reach the arms, come back to cat. As you come through the inhale, plant the hands. Exhale, come back up, rounding the spine. On the next one, reach the hands back. Slowly, slowly sit the hips back as you lower your forehead to the floor. And then on the exhale, pull yourself up, push the hips forward, open the chest and the collarbone. Take up space through the front side of your body. Take a nice deep breath. On the exhale, reach the arms forward and round, coming back to cow or cat. Inhale, reach the arms back, open the chest, the front side of the body. On the exhale, round. Keep the arms long, cross the legs behind you and come back into your little ball. Grab behind the knees, pull everything in. Take a nice deep breath here. Find your stability through the core, float your feet. Find that stability and that balance. From here, extend the right leg out. Let go of that leg if you can. Rotate it so the inner thigh is facing the ceiling. Lower it back down. Bring it up. And then unrotate, bring it back in. Extend your left leg out long. Let go of the grip. Rotate so the inner thigh faces the ceiling. Lower it down. Lift it up. Realign it with the hip and bring it in. So we're going to keep flowing through that. Finding that balance, that stability through the abdominals. One more on this other side. Rotate, lower, lift, realign, bring it back in, and hug yourself in. If you can, again, hug those knees in. Balance on your sits bones. We're going to slowly transition into a downward facing dog. So can you cross the ankles, roll into tabletop, uncross the ankles, tuck the toes, and drive your sits bones high to the sky. Drive your chest back towards the thighs. Find that V shape with your body. If you need to, take some free movement, pedal the feet, twist the hips or the shoulders. Slowly settle back into stillness. Take your gaze slightly forward to the hands. We're going to shift weight forward so the shoulders line up over the wrists. Come up high onto the tippy toes. Feel the strength through the upper body. Exhale, plant the feet back onto the floor, down dog. Again, shift the weight forward. Balance and stabilize. And slowly release back down. In this down dog, tent your left hand and let's flow through the same thing. Shift that weight forward. And slowly release. Replace the left hand, switch to the right. Same thing, shift that weight forward. And slowly release back down. From here, let your knees melt. Big toes come together, sit back into child's pose. So we're gonna flow here. So come back to tabletop. Tuck the toes, down dog. Come up onto the toes, shift the weight forward. Replace the heels, drop the knees, untuck the toes, sit back into child's pose. Find length through the spine, feel the side body opening. Again, pull yourself forward, tuck the toes, down dog. High up onto the toes, shift the weight forward, shoulders stacking over wrists. Let the knees melt, big toes together, child's pose. One more time, down dog. High up onto the toes, shift the weight forward. Let the knees melt. This time, cross the legs behind you and come back into your little ball. Inhale, extend the legs. Exhale, hug them back in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug back in. Last time, inhale, extend. Exhale, release. From here, roll into plank. Take a nice deep breath here. Let's lower slowly to the floor. Slowly drive the elbows back. Keep your core very strong. Slowly release, untuck the toes. Come up onto the finger pads, tent the fingers. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, lift the upper body slightly from the floor. Exhale, slowly lower back down. Place the hands back onto the mat. Taking a nice deep inhale, and on the exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot up to the sky, three-legged dog. Come up onto the tippy toes of the left, tent the right hand. And then place the right foot between the hands, slow and controlled. So leave the tented fingers on the right. Pull the crown of the head long, find a length through the upper body. Take in one more breath here, inhale and exhale. Find stability through the right leg as you float the left. Bring the left knee in slowly. And then place the foot onto the floor, fold. Inhale, half left. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the arms back overhead. Exhale, shift the weight into the right foot. Pick up the left and come into warrior three, driving the left heel back. Keep your hips square to the floor. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. On the exhale, bring the left knee into the chest. Balance, balance. Hug the knee in. Stay on this right foot. Release the left, bring the knees together, bring your fingertips to the floor. Extend your left leg back. Take a nice deep breath. balancing on the right. Bring the left knee back to meet the right. From here, place the left foot behind the right, crossing the legs, and have a seat. Hug the knees back into the chest and float the legs. Stay grounded with your breath. Float the feet. Find your stability. From here, reach the arms out. As we drive the feet out, keep the feet together, but let the knees go wide. And then bring everything back in and hug. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug back in. Last time, extend. And hug back in on the exhale. Take a nice deep breath here. From here, cross your left ankle over the right. Tuck the feet close to your heel, or your heels close to your tush. We're gonna roll through tabletop and step back into plank. And we're gonna lower slowly, elbows driving back. Slowly coming through chaturanga and lowering all the way. Untuck the toes. Pull the elbows in towards the body. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, baby cobra. On the exhale, slowly release. Slowly press yourself through tabletop and into down dog. Stay here. Pull your sits bones high up to the sky. This time we're going to take the left foot up, three-legged dog. Come up high onto the right toes, tent the left hand. Keep the shoulders and hips square to the floor. Start to pull the left knee into the chest as you slowly shift into plank. And then pulling the abdominals up and in, flex the left foot and step it through to the hands. Inhale, pull the crown of the head long, find length through the upper body. Nice deep breath here. From here, slowly start to float that right foot. Find that balance and stability through the left foot. Slowly bring the right knee in to meet the left. And then place the right foot onto the floor. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive back down. This time, find the balance on the left, float the right foot back. From here, bring the right knee slowly into the chest, and then hug that right knee in either with one hand or both hands, rounding through the spine, just like we do when we're making that little ball on our sits bones. Balance. Firmly ground your entire left foot into the mat. Slowly release the hands. Fold over the left, extend your right leg back. On the exhale, slowly bend that right knee again. We're gonna step behind the left leg, crossing the ankles. Slowly lower your hips to have a seat. At the bottom, uncross the legs, hug the knees into the chest, float the feet, and come back into your tiny ball. Nice deep breath. Keep this tiny little shape. Keep the rounding through the spine, so keep the chin tucked. Slowly roll back onto the shoulder blades with control. Come back up and find your balance. Take a nice deep inhale and then exhale, roll back, massaging the spine. One more time, inhale, exhale, roll back, massaging the spine. Come back, balance. If the feet drop, find that balance again. If you can, this time cross the ankles and let the hands go. So feel how the abdominals have to start supporting the legs. Keep that small shape. Keep pulling the knees towards the body. From here, slowly uncross the ankles. Place the feet flat onto the floor. Reach your left hand back behind the body. Inhale, drive the hips up. Come into reverse tabletop. Lift the hips, squeeze the glutes together. Taking another deep breath here, and on the exhale, drop the hips. Windmill the arms and switch sides. Big opening through the front side of the body. One more time on each side. Exhale, drop the hips, windmill the arms. One more time, slowly release. On the exhale, slowly release. Extend the legs out long. With control, slowly lower all the way down. On the exhale, reach the arms overhead. Pull the fingertips and toes in opposite directions, so much so that you feel the ribs expand and that lower back starts to arch up off the floor. On the exhale, release the hands down by the side. Imprint your lower back onto the mat. Bring the knees in, feet flat onto the floor. Press to the bottom of the feet to come into bridge. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Make sure the knees are staying parallel and right over those ankles. Take a couple of breaths here. Stay grounded through the bottom of the feet. Take another breath here. And then on the exhale, one vertebra at a time, slowly release back down. Once that lower back imprints back onto the mat, extend the legs out. Inhale again, reach the arms overhead. Pull the arms and legs in opposite directions. Find that big lengthening through the body. On the exhale, tuck the chin to the chest. Roll it all the way up. Cross the legs and come back to tabletop. On the exhale, round the spine just like you're going back to cat. Tuck the toes, float the knees 1 or 2 inches from the floor. Exhale, down dog. Take a nice breath here. Inhale the right foot high to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hips. From here, we're going to flip the dog. So place the right foot onto the floor. Open up your hips. Find your full expansion through the front side of your body. With control here, slowly bring the right leg to stack on top of the left. Reach the right hand high to the sky. Pull your side abdominals up away from the floor. We're going to slowly bring that right hand back to the floor. Let the feet follow. Come back to down dog. Inhale your left foot high to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. From here, with control, slowly, slowly flip your dog. Find your full expression. And then with control, slowly stack that left foot on top of the right. Pull the side abdominals up away from the floor. Slowly release the left hand back to the mat. Pivot on the feet, down dog. On the next exhale, let your gaze come forward. Let the knees melt to the floor wide, big toes together, sit back wide, child's pose. In this child's pose, let the belly fall between the thighs. Take a couple of breaths here. Take in one more breath here. Tuck the chin to the chest and slowly roll all the way up to sit. Thank you, PELWELL family, for joining me for your slow and steady flow. Make sure to subscribe and to turn on notifications to continue to follow our programs. Slowly bring your hands to your heart. Take a nice deep breath, inhale. On your exhale, audibly sigh out. From my heart to yours, be well.